You guys need to become alpha male so you stop watching VTubers and their cringeness. Yeah. Yeah, you need this, don't you, chat? That's right. Yeah. The chair.
Hey, you guys ever just want to like hurt kids, yell at them, make them roll around in mud, cause them general suffering for no reason? Put your
I don't want to hurt kids. I think that's illegal.
your hands around their little necks and go. Me neither. Most of the time, that was a test, and if you got a little too excited there, you're under arrest. Let me see some ID.
Cuff them up.
Let me see some ID. Says here you're a trainer at the.
Wait, I can save us 16 minutes. Chat, just have self-respect and stand up straight and you'll be an alpha by society standards nowadays.
Don't listen to him. That's a lie. You need this camp.
What's that?
Now our job is to test you. Our job is to push you. Our job is to challenge you mentally, physically, emotionally. Fuck it up. We do it
What
again
the hell
and
is
again
this?
until.
Is this a program for kids that don't have father figures? I don't get it. What
all
the
of
hell?
us get it perfect every single time.
Squire program. What the hell? This is weird.
The
Is this
Squire
weird?
program is a
This is weird.
15-hour masculinity boot camp for preteen age boys to go through with their dad to become a man.
The sons
Oh,
need to
with their dad. Okay, interesting. Interesting.
13 to 15 years old,
It's
and it's a
with their
15-hour
it's with their
experience for
kids.
fathers and sons where we literally create a 15-hour rite of passage experience for these boys. And when you come out, you've earned a seat at the table to become a man.
Because as we all know, 15 hours is exactly how long that process takes.
Oh, it's like a bar mitzvah, but with like blood, sweat, tears, and shitting yourself.
You can speed run that shit if you really try. After that 15th hour, you are a man now. Hi, yeah, I just finished the Squire program. I'd like to order a beer now, please. What do you mean, no? What do you mean I'm only 13 years old? But this course claims to take father-son duos through a series of exercises to supposedly transform your weak little soy boy into a man. All while seemingly
Soy
pushing
boy.
some social messaging of the.
Let kids be kids, man. I hate that shit. You have to be a man at 14 years old.
Who you choose as a wife will determine
Look at these kids. They're like 10.
failure. So as you are
These kids
choosing
are like 10,
girlfriends,
12
figure out,
years
am I choosing
old?
crazy? Am I choosing emotional? Am I choosing reckless?
And to have your son earn their manhood, this will cost you a mild sum investment of $1,900. But don't
Oh my god, what a scam. Chat, I could take you to a camp like this. Yeah, I could make you a man. Wait, that came out wrong. Wait, never mind. No, I meant like a camp where you do reckless things. No, that's not what I meant. No, I meant like... No! No, that's not what I meant. Like a camp where you do physical labor, not like in the weird way.
Don't worry, that money covers a lot of
didn't mean it
things
that
like
way,
food
my
and
bad.
beverage, as well as the event cost, instructor
Is this not kinda grooming? Anyway, I'm still stuck step brush edges.
Can we ban that guy? Permaban.
liability
Perma.
insurance, transportation bus, where I'm from, we just call that a bus, and equipment/gear. So all in all, a pretty good deal, I'd say, if you want to have your son mercilessly yelled at while he crawls through mud.
Get your face down low, dig!
I went to Camp Piss Fox and all I got was this code. It says smug.
You're so funny.
Dig! Come on! Back! Run him over! Run him over! Go!
Run him over?
Lay down and beat him! Beat him! Just crawl over him, who gives a shit? Come on, go!
But before we get into this
you
mess,
know?
pun
What?
intended, I'm hilarious. A quick word from today's sponsor. Man, that guy has some good puns. They should call him Punner
Inch.
instead of Gunner. Did you guys know data brokers are making a fortune selling your information to robocaller spammers and others who want to learn more about you, like where you live? Well, that's why I'm excited to tell you about today's sponsor, Aura. Aura can identify data brokers exposing your info and submit opt-out requests on your behalf. Brokers are legally required to remove your info if you ask them to, but they make it super hard to do. So let Aura handle it for you, because you'll be shocked just how many data brokers are currently selling your information. I know I was. You can try Aura free for 2 weeks using my link, aura.com/gunner. Or maybe that should say punter. No, it's Gunner though, aura.com/Gunner. Aura is super easy to use because it's a one-stop shop for internet protection with features like parental controls, antivirus, VPN, password management, identity theft insurance, and more. You can get everything at one affordable price. And that's my favorite part. All these different features usually require different apps and extensions, but Aura just does it all for cheaper. So let Aura do the hard work of keeping you safe online so you can focus on other tasks with peace of mind. Bars! You can either continue to let people exploit and profit off your private information like an idiot, or you can go to aura.com/Gunner to start your free 2-week trial.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the ad.
And thank you, Aura, for sponsoring this video. Welcome back. If you forgot, we are watching videos of kids getting yelled at to roll around in mud. Here's more of that.
Let's try this again. Start rolling. Go.
Crawl!
Your stomach is not all the way down.
There's no way the whole front of your shirt is not covered in mud by now. If it is, you're just being a little bit.
Why are they in the middle of, like, what is this? Like a factory setting? Like, there's, like, some weird, like, buildings. Like, this looks like an industrial, like, park. You know those places where like, there's no residential buildings and it's just, like, buildings for, like, warehouses and, like, factories? Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
I guess I'm a little bitch then, because if I was there, I'm good, coach. Can we lift instead or go for a run? Why do I have to be covered in mud? But this is what the course is all about, becoming a man. But mud? I mean, I guess it seems manly in the sense of what a primitive caveman might tell you to do. Man gets rough and dirty. Dirt is mud. Cover in mud. Mud equals man. Mudman. In fact, they post so many clips of people crawling in mud that I'm starting to think it's just a kink for the trainers. One of the trainers, Steve Eckert, commented, "Just another day at the office. Kids used to love shit like this. Freedom to just go out and play. It's time to go back to the basics and fundamentals."
Look at this guy's profile picture. It looks like AI generated. Do you see that? It looks like One Punch Man, like realistic AI generator.
No excuses. So you think this is fun, huh? Is that what you're saying? Then why the fuck aren't you doing it, Steve? Looking pretty cozy hood up in your North Face windbreaker, bro. Kids used to love shit like this. No, they didn't. Kids liked and like playing.
Nobody liked boot camp or military camp as a kid.
Playing outside and getting a little dirty, not
fun.
being yelled at to crawl through mud in the rain by white David Goggins on a power trip.
No one's gonna feel sorry for you.
He does look like AI.
On your back, crawl towards the fucking building. I said, any of you that want to go crawl, go crawl.
Also, cussing at kids is so inappropriate. I feel like it's weird. Is it just me, or is when an adult cusses out, like an actual child? I'm not talking like, oh, you're an 18-year-old enlisting into the army. It's just weird to me, cussing at children. I don't know. It's strange.
None of you. No, that wasn't even a trick question. That was a serious question. Like, who wants to go crawl? Who wants to go have some fun and go crawl in the fucking mud?
Get out there, boy. It was a trick question you failed.
And a power trip is all this boot camp seems to be, as I continue to watch more clips that they chose to post.
Halfway down.
This is so weird.
Not all the way down, halfway up. Yeah, that's not how.
I hate how Americans call 16 to 18-year-old kids. What are you waffling on about, blood? Like, what? Huh? Even in Europe, you're not legally an adult until you're 18. Yes, you're 16 to 18. You're a child, legally. Like, what? What are you smoking, man?
Helping, and you're still on your knees. You're the one that thinks it's funny. Where's the one with the ask the question?
Are you 18? Is that why you're offended?
Fucking games. Halfway down, get off your knees. Your noises don't bother me.
Like, bro,
your noises don't bother me.
Remember, this isn't training for the Marines or any.
Your crying doesn't faze me, Timmy.
affiliation or even an after-school
So
sport. It's just a 15-hour
weird.
get shit on course. We really have come so far as a society where we pay other people to yell at our kids. Ain't
$1,900,
that
by
neat?
the way.
Regardless of what they wanted, for their kids to be treated like this so that they can instantly transform into a man somehow, and definitely doesn't have more internal long-lasting issues for that.
I wonder if it ever occurred to the dads to maybe take the kids fishing or something.
That's too much effort. $1,900? Yes, this is $1,900.
And not feeling like they're good enough for not living up to the masculine expectations that these guys told them to have for the rest of their lives. Touche! Touche, I say to you. I'd like to maybe give the trainer the benefit of the doubt because maybe these kids were being absolute little demons before they started filming. Though it'd be hard to blame them when their dad signed them up for this bullshit. But we never see those clips of these kids acting out of line. It always fast forwards right to them being treated as if they had just deeply insulted this man to the point that they deserve pain.
You guys die out there. He's gonna have. It's still pouring down.
What? Dying out
You'll go out there for probably another 2 hours and freeze.
hell? This guy's ego tripping
you
so
act
hard.
now because you got your hands in your pockets. You got fucking sweatpants on. I'll put you back in wet shit if you want to go out and play games. No. Because we're trying to move on.
What's the problem? What's the issue?
Why don't you tell him what the fucking issue is and see what happens? Go ahead.
This is so weird, man.
You've been
This
warned
makes
3
me
fucking
cringe
times.
so
Yeah.
bad.
Learn the hard way. Go ahead.
Zero encouragement, just yelling and dishing out
Yeah,
punishment.
if you're gonna yell at them the whole time, at least praise them sometimes. I don't know.
They don't show any
man.
clips of what this kid did or
This
why
is
he's being
control freak
scolded, but
central.
judging by the uncomfortable smirk on his face and lack of any audible response, I feel like it probably wasn't that bad. If anything, maybe he
No.
deserves a flick on the ear or no Subway Surfers for the rest of the day. I don't know how kids get punished nowadays. But underpaid gym teacher here
Subway
loses his
Subway
shit, curses the kid
Surfers.
out, and punishes them all with the tried and true mud.
Guys, you're warm, you're dry, and then everybody's doing
Barefoot
stupid.
on concrete in the mud. What a scam!
And look, again,
$1,900.
I wouldn't-
$1,900 to roll around in the mud in the back of like an industrial plant area.
Wouldn't have as much of a problem with the yelling if it was for a football practice or an actual army boot camp. At least then your training is going towards some common team goal, but here all I
True.
see are flashbacks of fraternity hazing. I don't want to roll in the mud. I don't want to do bows and toes. I don't want to drink all that milk. No, but I will to
No.
party. Like, this guy is supposed to be setting the example of what an ideal man is supposed to be, right?
Cussing
but this
at
same
children.
dude will lose his temper anytime a child asks him a question.
I told you guys to stop asking stupid questions. If you me or ask me one more question on the way down, every one of you are going to crawl from here to the bus. If someone in a respected field says,
What?
don't ask that, don't do it.
If you won't let these kids ask you questions, how do you expect any of them to respect you from any place but fear? Do questions just piss you off? Is this how you act in your daily
Yes.
life? Ask me
Chat,
that question
don't ask
one
me
more time. I
questions.
swear to God. Go ahead.
You're
see
all
what
gonna
happens.
get banned.
Did you want the Cobb salad or the French onion soup to start? Motherfucker. In this clip where, surprise, surprise, he's yelling at kids again, one
A
of them...
true alpha male bossing around kids.
No, man. You can't say that. You're an American. You're 16 to 18 years old. Why do you call them kids? Because they are legally children.
absolutely calls him out, and he just tells him to shut up.
Run up to that hill and tell you, don't be saying, oh God, and oh
You
F
yap,
and this
yes.
and that. You're just showing how
course.
weak you are. Control the breathing. Don't let it control you. You guys are. And why am I not breathing heavy? It doesn't matter. You could be working out every day too. I worked out at your age.
It absolutely matters.
the
Fair
hell
point,
is this
kid.
guy
His
waffling on
post-puberty,
about?
regularly lifting, steroid-inducing body is exactly why he can withstand a 15-hour physically demanding course, whereas kids might be dry heaving. It's actually a crazy thing to even compare
That
yourself
is
to them as if
so
it's a level
cruel,
playing
man.
field. That would be like me yelling at a baby for not developing object permanence yet. Get it together, dumbass. I figured it out. Where am I? You're weak. It just sucks because there are some good messages to be had in here about being mentally tough enough to push past what you think
sure.
are your physical limits. I did rowing in high school. I've been working out on and off 6-7 years, and I even did a self-defense course with my dad when I was younger called Scars. That was
Aw.
nothing like this. None of that's to brag. Except for the rowing. Yeah, my school could afford it. But it's to make the point that I know
You
the
rich
difference
kid.
between pushing yourself far and pushing yourself too far. These kids are doing a 15-hour course, and every time they get yelled at,
15 hours for $1,900. Nah, I can't. I thought maybe like for $200, like, yeah, like whatever. Like the kids don't, like the parents don't care. They don't have time to spend with them, so they're like, eh, throw them in there. 1,900 clams.
They're made to think that they're weak for not having the physicality to continue. No bodybuilder, personal trainer, or physician would ever recommend exercising that long, especially for a novice. Because after hour 2 or 3, your muscles have probably tapped out and you just put yourself at further risk of injury. But say you make it through, it's hour 15,
probably sign a
your child
waiver.
body's decaying, you're 80%.
No, the children don't even sign a waiver. Their parents do. That's the
finish
worst
line
part.
stands before you. Now listen to how unbelievably fucking stupid and dangerous this final challenge is that they make these boys do as a rite of passage to become a man.
So at the end of the day, during the Squire program, we took the dads and we had them blindfold their sons, and we built out an obstacle course where there was razor wire. Just think like tumbleweeds of razor wire. And so rusty nails, bear traps, swinging pendulums, like, and so you got to navigate your son right through the pendulum. Otherwise, to whack him in the head and knock him down, right? And it was a really cool experience, man.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Bear traps? I'm supposed to navigate an obstacle course blindfolded with bear traps in it solely by my dad's direction?
Dead by Daylight?
Fuck no, times 1,000. I think I'll figure out the becoming a man thing on my own time because are you out of your goddamn mind? I don't trust my dad any more than I trust myself to not trip on a pebble and decapitate myself via bear trap in front of a live studio audience. But he goes on to try to give reasoning as if this is serving as some powerful metaphor for life.
While they're doing that, all of us instructors are yelling different commands to that boy because we know in life you hear a lot of noise that wants to take you down different paths. And we said, boys, you might see this at the end of the day.
These are 15-year-old kids, man. What the hell?
You just realize stepping in this bear trap, life offers us a lot of bear traps to step into.
And you can communicate clearly, you will make it through life just fine. When the bear traps come. Not if the bear traps come. There will be bear traps in life. There will be razor wires in life.
Metaphorical bear traps are everywhere in life, so good luck getting past this physical one before you while blindfolded in an obstacle course. Oh, and people are yelling at you too. I feel like the meaning of these bear traps in life kind of gets a little lost.
Bear traps
when
in life,
I
that's
might
your
die
wife.
right here, right now, before I get to them. Yeah, the liability insurance in the course makes sense now. And after all this insanity, I started to wonder just who are these batshit crazy people running this course? Well, there's 2 co-founders. You have Bedros Keuilian, who is one of those
He looks like an Instagram influencer, definitely.
motivational gurus that sort of does everything. He has a gym, a podcast, does entrepreneur coaching, and even wrote a book called Man Up. Really on the nose with that one. And then the other owner, who we've seen a lot of, is Ray Cash Care, former Navy SEAL and
Life will cripple you, and by life I mean me.
Me. Yeah, I will cripple your life. I am a female.
motivational speaker. Now, the Squire program isn't actually this wacky pair's first rodeo, as they have a 75-hour course for adult men to do for $18,000 called the
$18,000! What?
Modern Day Night Project, which has been around for a bit longer. Along the same lines of the Squire program, but way more intense, the Modern Day Night Project throws guys in mud, makes them do surf torture, and generally just berates them even harder under the guise of making them a better man.
All types of physical, I guess,
Bro,
what
just
some
go to
would
boot
consider
camp.
torture. But I would look
That would teach you more.
There's a lot to talk about with this. Honestly, it could be its own follow-up video. But the reason I bring it up is because the same guys running this hellish nightmare should be nowhere near kids, let alone training them. When Bedros Keuilian is comfortable posting pictures of guys in this course with bags over their heads and hands zip-tied behind their back.
Dude, this is so weird. It's like fetishizing the military, but then you're paying them. You could go to boot camp. At least you're not paying them $18,000.
Public Facebook page, I feel like we should call the authorities. This one member, Joe Anglum, who was apparently on Survivor and does this course a lot, posts a ton of pictures of it to his Instagram. The posts show him muddy, getting choked out, being water tortured, and worst of all, a photo montage where him and other members are made to dig their own graves, get in body bags, and the instructors bury them to see if they can withstand the stress and lack of oxygen. All of Joe's
I wonder how many waivers you have to sign to do that. That sounds so freaking weird.
Fans from Survivor are rightfully super concerned about him, commenting all the time about how it looks like he's joined a cult.
Joe, you're in a cult. Call your parents. This is some crazy cult shit, bro.
And I'm starting to believe, I think, yeah, that's what this is. And there's Ray Cash Care standing right over him in his body bag. You see, much like the bear trap, this is actually a metaphor because Ray Cash Care is eventually going to kill somebody. And it seems as if that might have already happened. Weirdly enough, ex-AlphaCon speaker Jimmy Rex attended this course and wrote an article about it, detailing his brutal 12 out of 75 hours he went through before he had to quit because of sharp knee pain. Luckily, he came to the decision to stop, but he acknowledges that it was difficult to put his ego aside for not being man enough to continue. And that's my biggest...
Oh, you broke you hurt your knee pretty badly? Yeah, you're not man enough.
Problem.
You
Where's
have
the
to
safety
stay.
here? Jimmy is a grown man and still found it difficult to tap out in the face of potential permanent knee damage. You think these kids are strong enough to make that choice and then let you know? Or will your constant yelling in their face to be tougher for a 15-hour workout they're not prepared for make them unable to think for themselves?
Kids,
At the end of Jimmy Rex's article, he says, quote, "I don't think I've done it justice about how difficult this event was. This was a 12th session of men, and on the 5th session, a guy actually died. They have a memorial axe in his honor hung up in the classroom."
What?
A dude died? Shut it down. End it all. What? For God's sakes, whatever you do, don't launch a version for kids after this. And that's my whole point for bringing this up. The same people who are running this catastrophe are the same ones in charge of your kids for 15 hours. You have to be a delusional parent to trust them with that power. Because for guys like this, you're never man enough until you meet their standards and finish their course. You gotta constantly suffer at their command for them to decide whether you're worthy. And their command is for you to potentially injure yourself doing the most useless exercises for 15 hours straight. So from one random comment I liked in response to their posts, crawling through mud may be uncomfortable, but so is getting bitten by 100 bees. I fail to see how this creates leaders. I agree. Anyways, that's the video today, Seals. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Let me know if you want to follow up to the NDK project, and go check out the second channel at GunnarTV Live.
Give me $1,900.
And with that all said, good.
If you gave me $1,900, I wouldn't make you do that. I wouldn't make you crawl through the mud. It's okay.
I'm gonna go to the gun store and buy a gun and shoot my dick off to prove that I'm a real man and I can withstand it. Peace.
Feel based. Shoot your pee-pee off, chat. What will you do? Nothing. I literally just stare at you. That's better than it. That would be better than what these guys are doing. Also, for $18,000, I might stare at you twice as long.